So we've made some preparation before making this. Now you won't be able to. As that goes, better not to switch windows because then we'd have to start it again, and you'd see where the source of this addition to the art has come from. And we want to protect, we want to protect the integrity of these women because they clearly respect themselves. Like, as you can see from the pose here, like, thing is like men like this here, like really cool guys, like these women here, like we put them there for him, like. So he'll be pleased about it, like. But this was like, on some sort of social media, like I got recommended these, like some woman who looked like there was something wrong with her, like. She looks like there's this YouTube video that I watched that was really, really quite funny, and it was that bloke that's like, I don't know, I can't remember even what it is, but it's like that. Well, let me think of an impression here. Like, oh, I can't even remember the content of the video. Anyway, like. The point is that we were on this like VR game, like, and there was these ridiculous characters getting involved in the role playing, and their chosen characters were like, they asked like, well, it didn't even look natural, like. So if you're a woman and you're getting like cod lips because you think your mates have got it, and you think like, well, why am I getting left out? You better consider that, like, God made you beautiful. So why do you need to be injecting a load of chemicals into your lips? And as for these girls here, like, enough jokes aside now, like, when guys like this come over, like, well, don't be surprised, like. And if you think that I'm not making a valid point here, then we better, like, you won't be laughing when the death ray shoots out the other eye. Because this like Reaper, he's got this Reaper's got like, some sort of like something wrong with it, like. You cannot comprehend my very reasonable, like, higher consciousness that is basically about destruction. You cannot comprehend, Shepherd. So we've been looking from the shadows beyond the Omega-3 relay, and we've seen stuff like this, and it needs to stop. Luckily, these guys have got a better philosophy. Whatever this is, like, where's this come from? Like the Omega-3 relay, like, dude, like, come on, like, you need to get lost. We'll deal with this, like. We don't need some aliens turning up, like. Anyway, it's time to go to Aldi. So, you can just look at that for a minute and soak it all in. And while you're doing that, I'll find something else that's very reasonable to put on. Like, let me think of something funny. I don't even need to try. Oh wait, Kevin Bacon, you need to get on the EE, people. Oh, that's it. I'm rolling a cig. This is, what you really ought to do is be putting in the grind in the early hours of the morning. We've got up at 5. Like, just like, Jocko Willink, like, you've got to get up before the enemy and start making the effort. Oh. what you don't realize is this is a gym psychology motivational video. You'll be motivated to be a better person after this. Now just bear with me while we connect the Wi-Fi and smoke some nicotine. Like, no, there's not much left. Like, somebody better come and donate to my Patreon that I can't be setting up. Because we need to pay for the stage to ensure that we're mentally stable. And, if you're going to give me, like, I have to take my olanzapine, like, I'm going to have to, surely self-destruction's the way forward. Like, we need to batter the nervous system. See, the humans have got it figured out. They've come up with a load of drugs, and you ought to take them to start figuring out what it's all about. But make sure you stop taking them. I'll be sensible. Like, if you're gonna do something stupid like that, you rascal, like, make sure you stop taking them when it's appropriate. Don't start begging for coppers outside the Lidl. Like, I mean, there's no honour in it, is it? Uncle Iro might have done it, but, they really needed help. You think Uncle Iro just wanted some jasmine tea? He doesn't want to fix. And to top it off, he actually has respect, so there'll be no judgment. But as for this dude I saw outside the Lidl, there was kids about. You don't want to be smoking crack when there's impressionable people. What are you doing? Like, you need to have some respect for yourself. Now, we're not going to name any names, despite the fact that I don't even know his fucking name and don't want to know it. But, people don't respect the fact that kids are sensitive. Like, wow, we better abuse these. Like, why? Don't you see the light in their souls? And as for the pedophiles, like, they're the worst ones. And, when you get to the brig, like, you're just going to fall down a pit and your mind's going to recoil in some sort of loop. So, whenever you're doing that sort of thing, like, you better think on your sins. Now, you might be thinking that I'm the one making you all do it. Well, why am I saying this? Like, did you not watch the video, Cripper, or whatever the fuck it was called? I'm the good devil. Listen, I want to do you a favour here. Like, listen, you do not understand, like, how this works? Fucking hell. Like, you don't have any sense. Have you ever heard of the Shadow League? Like, fucking hell. Like, you need to read Carl Jung, or at least, like, search it up on Google and read the fucking description. The Wi-Fi's gone off again, Kevin. We're home alone here, Kevin. Where's all my friends? Why does this lad have to entertain himself by making, like, erotic art and taking the piss out of stand-up citizens, putting insects in the sky and putting some mint guys, and couldn't be bothered, like. Anyway, this guy's gonna get some food and I'm sure it'll be good. Like, but we did log in. We did log in, like, but it's now disconnected again, Kevin. Like, Can't you just make a phone call? Like, we need to, so long as you sort it out in my flat building, I don't give a shit. We just need to get the workers down. I mean, I'd do it myself, but all they'll do is just offer me another, like, couple of fucking, like, days of data. Like, we don't want it anymore. I'd rather just have to, like, entertain myself in other ways at this point, but while we've paid for it, like, we might as well make the creations that are capable with the internet. See, like, you open a computer and you think, like, what's all this about? But look, if the window hasn't closed, you'll be able to see the creative energy. And you thought Buddha was, like, wrong. He didn't go to hell because he couldn't be asked. Like, you know, he had the noble sacrifice to. It's gone off again. Like, he had the noble sacrifice to say, fuck all this. Like, what's all this? This stuck up idiots, and well, look at this, the monarchy. Like, look, there's a bunch of smackheads. Like, I think we better go and find out what's going on. If you've been paying attention, you should be able to get the gist. But I've come to the conclusion that, you know, we've been to Skid Row. Like, we don't need to go back because the philosophy's been absorbed. So you really need to consider that you may be wrong about a few things. And as for the Zen Buddhist, as for that guy that was making Carl Pilkington break that fucking, like, dirt, it's like, Carl was right. Like, you need to start realizing that he was right. It's OCD. Like, why is he putting in the effort? Like, Carl doesn't want to do that. He just wants to eat a pack of crisp. You aren't concerned with the awareness. You just want to make it better. It's nothing to do with it. We ought to sit down and just do nothing. You know, when it comes to meditation, you have to sit in the lotus posture and you have to think really hard about not thinking. You can't just sit there and like, think about the match at the weekend. You just do what you want, man, but don't be a prick and don't come crying to me about it if you're watching the fucking football news. Like, don't become crying to me when that's what's happening in your heaven. You know, like, when you get to heaven, like, the way it won't even make any sense. You know, in the game against Fulham, against fucking Manchester United City, like, Joe Biden scored a bicycle kick into his own net. In other news, you know, the world's gone to toss. So you ought to think about that sort of thing when you sit down and do nothing. But if that's what you want, then you better laugh about it when it happens. But realize that, you know, this all eternal stuff is all based on relativity. Like, you can always get up and do something different. I mean, you know, have you ever heard the Donnie Darko song at the end? You do realise that you can do something different. You need to learn from the man out of Far Cry 3. He wasn't unhinged, he was just on a load of drugs. And he had the bravery, but his sister wanted to fuck him. Like, that's enough to do your head in. Wow. You see, the thing is about our loved ones, right? Our crapping loved ones. They act like they care about us, but they just want to fuck us and murder us. Some like, oh, some of them at least, like. But just because somebody's your blood family, like, well, genetics, like, that doesn't mean that they aren't your soul family necessarily. But you need to look at what's happening. Like, if somebody's letting you down, like, wow, it's your dad. Like, well, everybody's got a dad. Like, what if your dad was Stalin? Oh. Oh, dear. Listen, Kevin, is this come on? The viewers are going to have lost interest. You're better off going watching the one where there's like stuff happening and we're watching The Dark Knight. Right, come on now. God, right, here we go. Now, if you've stuck a line, no, hang on, I lost it. Right. Oh, here we go. Might save a view. Which is the best one here? I think we'll put that one in because everybody laughs at, knobs. So, here we go. Like, this is it. If we can navigate through the million pictures I've saved over the past few days, this reminds me of my school accounts when we were fucking about on Edmodo instead of doing computer science. Like, here we go. We'll do the knob first. That'll get your attention. This man's already on his way out, and he doesn't need any bags because he's only got 2 items. There you go. You've got it by the corner. And we've got this other one. Hang on, no, we don't want that. That's no good. So we've got another item. He's decided to get another item here. Like, in fact, he's like, we're gonna put a billboard up. It's up here for some reason. Like, they're thinking outside the box. Like, people wonder why it's up there and get it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, why have they stuck it up there? We can't even see it. Like, we have to stand over here to see it. Like, must be a secret. And I'd put a good item in, but I don't think they sell them in the shop. It's usually like some sort of knockoff iron brew. Like, we've already used Professor Peppy, and I'm not sure they sell it in Aldi. But this seems like reasonable. So if you want to go to the better shop, you better go to Lidl. So before you hire a hitman to kill God like Aldi, like, you better consider that you'll all go to the brig. And instead of doing that, you better take the criticism and make these a little bit more, like, put a bit more effort in. Because I've been to Aldi a few times. The salmon tasted like, I don't know, tilapia. Like, it tasted like it'd been fed its own shit. Been caught out of the wild? Like, what, out of an oil spill? The little salmon, they stopped doing it. I couldn't tell you how heartbroken I was. Like, what am I going to have to do? Get the farmed salmon? This is unbelievable. Like, this is out of place. This is like, something's happened. So, to make sure that they're getting, like, the credit, we're going to change their sign to, where's it? Don't say I don't do you any favors. We'll upload this to, like, Facebook or something. As for this, like, it's all in order. Like, anyway, this has gone on long enough, and as you can see, this is by far the greatest piece of art. Like, anyway, I'd thank you for watching, but you're not even listening.